Womansplaining Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez versus Sarah Palin.
If we work our butts off to make sure that we take back all three chambers of Congress, rather all three chambers of government, the presidency, the Senate, and the House.
Folks, if you don't know, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is about to become the representative for New York's 14th District. She is at this time, the time I'm recording this, the representative-elect. She ran as a member of the political party, the Democratic Socialists of America. Oops, wait, no, that's the symbol for INCSOC from 1984. That's better. No, wait, that's the same. No, it's different. Sort of different. Anyway, she wants open borders, universal healthcare, single-payer healthcare. She wants everyone to earn the same amount of money no matter what they do or how well they do it or if they show up, I guess. I'm not sure. Did I mention open borders? And if you don't know, she makes many funny mistakes, not entirely unlike, not exactly like Sarah Palin, George W. Bush, and so on.
Dilated pupil.
Very dilated.
Which nitrous can do that. Stare, which means you see the white above the iris.
Oh my God.
So this is
What
all.
happens when you see the white above?
You know, this when you see white above, that's drugs or hyperthyroidism, especially when you see things that will do that.
Okay.
With meth being the probable cause.
Empty eyes, lifeless eyes.
Just like a car crash, just like a knife. My favorite weapon.
Yeah. Evil eye, eyes of a demon. Your eyes lie. No debate. No debate. Empty eyes. Lifeless eyes. The eyes of a demon. The evil eye.
And now, Womansplaining with Tabitha.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do recommend looking at Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's Twitter feed. It's funny. Sometimes she'll tweet something, then the media will make fun of her, or at least some people will, and then she'll delete the tweet and then make a new tweet that sort of tries to do damage control or tries to alter the story. So, for example, when she led a protest to Nancy Pelosi's office, I suppose it is, because she wanted Nancy Pelosi to be on board with the environmental stuff that Nancy Pelosi already was on board with, as was known to the public for a couple of weeks, and people made fun of that. She deleted the tweets about it, and then made new tweets about trying to distance herself. She's talking about people as if she wasn't one of them, going to Nancy Pelosi for something else. And so she's kind of like admitting that something happened, but she won't admit what happened.
Because she feels like a fucking moron.
She feels like a moron.
You should feel like a moron. There are dildos with a higher IQ level than Cortez right now. And that's sad.
So then after people were making fun of her for that expensive suit, which, if I understand correctly, is the same suit that was donated to her and not something that she bought. But anyway, because people were commenting on her expensive suit, she then started tweeting her pictures of herself in sweatpants. And it's like, hey, look, she's, trying way too hard. Hey, look, this is me. This is what I dress like.
Yeah.
I wear sweats.
I'm poor. Yeah.
And I can't notice that they look like they had just been bought, by the way.
Yes. She's full of fucking shit, miss. I swear, she kept trying to put the fucking picture out there that she lives in a, like, you know those, the stereotypical New York apartment, which is like a giant walk-in closet.
With one light bulb
with like,
hanging.
there's like a light bulb hanging crooked from the ceiling, there's mouse holes everywhere,
Brick
and your
walls.
shitter and tub are right next to your kitchen sink.
Yeah.
That's the kind of imagery she kept putting out there, yet, I mean, verbally, she kept trying to say, this is how poor I am,
Right.
No, bitch. No. your wardrobe, your hair care, your nails, and your skin regimen all tell the truth there, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You got mommy daddy money. You may not work because I don't see a callus anywhere on any of your fucking well manicured fingers.
Uh-huh.
And with your lovely and not cost efficient jewelry, I'm going to say either you've got some serious under the table money coming at you, or mommy and daddy pay your bills.
Right. And
Because you're a stupid fucking moron. And usually when somebody believes in socialism, like they're like, socialism is the way,
Right.
they've got mommy and daddy money. That's why. Because they don't understand that they don't, if they had actually gone out and got a job,
Yeah.
and bitched when you get maybe about $200 yanked from your paycheck and you do the math, you're like, what the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Then somebody goes, oh, socialism's great, it's just more taxes. You want to punch them in the fucking face. I'm already getting taxed like $200 off a $500 check.
Yep.
Really? You want 300 of my 5 now? Oh, no. You want 4 of my 5 now. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, you don't see, or I don't see, that not that my own personal experience actually reflects reality, but it might. You don't really see, or I don't really see, working class socialists.
They aren't. They got
They're
mommy
students,
and daddy money.
they're professors, Hollywood actors, philosophers, and
Exactly.
so on.
They're people who live in a fucking bubble of money.
Right.
That's who it is. They're people who live in a bubble of money. And then you hear the people go, oh, no, I've seen some people who want communism and socialism that are poor. Yeah, because somebody who lives in a bubble of money convinced a moron
No, I'm
that it's
talking
a good
working
idea.
class, though. That's not even working class. That's the welfare class. But
Yeah,
working
still.
class, for the
working
reasons that
class
you
is not
pointed out
poor.
earlier, the working class tends to not want to suffer that.
Yeah, because right now we're already paying for some socialist shit. That's where you get $200 off of a $500 check taken from you. It's because
It's socialism.
they've got to use it for this and that. And it's like, but wait, we have roads, we have schools, power and water taken care of. Why the fuck am I footing the bill for an illegal who doesn't want to work?
Right.
Why the fuck am I footing the bill for a bitch who can't keep her legs closed, who's had 7 abortions already?
Yep.
Why am I paying the bills for these things?
And make no
that's
mistake.
right, socialism.
Right. And make no mistake, we live in a mixed economy. We do have socialist safety nets, but notice that we have it primarily for the very poor, the welfare class, and for the very rich. They just call it corporate subsidies, but it is
Welfare.
for the very it's welfare for corporations, basically.
Yeah, which I don't think
amounts to welfare for the
should
rich.
get welfare of any
No, they
kind.
shouldn't.
It's like, you're
It's
a
like,
fucking
look-
business. Either fucking float or not. Your choice.
Right. I mean, you of all people have to be everybody has to be responsible for their own stuff. But it's like, okay, look, there isn't even a reason for society to be a good Samaritan and help you survive, because you don't need that. You're fucking rich.
Yeah.
So why should we give you any welfare whatsoever? So anyway, I'm not arguing for total welfare or totally against welfare. I think we need a little bit.
I think it needs better management.
Yeah, I mean, we do have an entire...
Stop paying people to have babies. Please stop it.
Right,
That's
I'm on board with all that.
That's not a good reason to ever have a kid. And if I fucking ever hear somebody say, yeah, I've got 8 babies and the 9th paycheck's on the way, I'm going to knock you out so hard that your uterus falls the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that. I do think that there are certain people who are just disabled and don't have families, or have been abandoned by the families, or people that are old and they don't have any kids. Yeah, that's totally different. And the thing is, I know from personal experience that if you do get disabled, they'll do everything in their power to not give you any money.
Yep,
It's like,
because they're
okay, wait a
giving it
minute.
to
If I was a
somebody else.
woman and I got knocked up and I was poor, then you would just throw money at me? Probably. Anyway, let's move on. Because the reason why we wanted to start this video is to go over, as I said, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez makes these gaffes on Twitter, and sometimes you have to catch them before she deletes them. Yeah. Because the comment section sometimes can be pretty rough. And I think they have people monitoring the comment section, because she'll get a lot of criticism, but you'll only see sort of the reasoned, or let's say the polite critic. You won't see like, you fucking moron, or anything like that, which means that somebody's monitoring her Twitter, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, she'll make these gaffes, and then she'll have to delete the entire post, just because they'll be well-reasoned, well-thought-out, and polite criticisms, but criticisms nonetheless, right? So, here we go, 11:07 a.m., November 20th. She tweets, I never had a problem showing y'all the real me.
Oh, you're all now, huh, sweetheart?
Hair, yeah, she's, yeah, plain.
Dumbing it down, are you?
Hair when it's messed up, crib when it's filthy. Actually, I haven't seen any of that, have you?
Nope.
Yeah. Way before the deal me, work to pay the bills me.
Are you trying to be a poet now?
Yeah. 'Fore I fix my teeth, man, those comments used to kill me. But never did I change, never been ashamed.
Well, you did. If
Wow.
comments make you change your teeth, then therefore you've conformed to the comments and have not lived to the real you. And seeing how she panders to the love me for me crowd, that makes it really funny. Oh, the non-fat shaming, non-skinny shaming, beauty is in the eye of the beholder crowd, huh? But you fixed your grill because somebody made comments?
Yeah, as far as I see, she always has her hair done and her makeup on.
Yeah, there's not, I can't find, like, Google, see if you can find, Google, Bing, whatever, DuckDuckGo, see if you can find one fucking picture of this cunt.
I have.
Dressed like a normal human being
Because I've
with
done
messy
videos.
hair and a pimple.
Right, well, because I've done videos in which I'll just sort of make fun of her and I'll throw in a bunch of pictures of her.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, I haven't seen any
You
photos.
can't find them because they don't exist. This bitch lives in a bubble of privilege.
Yeah.
And the people who voted her in are children who were raised by parents who work their asses off and are so busy working that they didn't notice that their dumbass offspring voted in a socialist.
Also,
This is the problem right now with New York. That's why this bitch got a fucking position at all. It's because the parents, the people actually earning the fucking money, were not paying attention to the goddamn moronic children that they raised who are so privileged that they think free shit is actually free.
Yeah.
Because mommy and daddy give me money, that's free, right?
Yeah.
No. The reason you had a fucking nanny is so that mommy and daddy could afford you the luxury of not working.
She also won because of people, unfortunately, like my parents, who, when I bring up Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and the election, they go, huh? Oh. When's that?
Yeah, exactly. They're busy doing stuff. They're retired age, living out their fun time, so they're not paying attention. Wake the fuck up, New York. You voted in a moron that makes Sarah Palin look like goddamn Einstein. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Okay, she knows how to hunt moose. That's about it. This bitch doesn't even know that. Okay?
She doesn't know the 3 branches of government.
And I would
apparently.
not at all be surprised if she's vegan, and that's why she's mentally challenged.
That could be it.
Because she looks underweight.
Right.
I mean, you can see all of the bones in her face. That's why she always makes that weird, like, Gollum look. Because her face looks like it's really pulled back and really tight.
Yeah.
It's because she has no facial fat. So no matter what angle she turns, her skin pulls.
Yeah.
And it makes her look like Gollum when he's pissed off. It's like, my precious.
Remember, the first lines were, I never had a problem showing you all the real me. Hair when it's messed up, crib when it's filthy. Right? So our friend, our transgender Muslim yada yada friend, right? She's going to say, yeah, I love all them photos of you with messed up hair in a filthy crib.
Yeah,
Those are my favorite. What's that?
You have to see any of those photos.
Right. So
Like
I'm
they
being.
don't exist.
So our friend here is being obviously being really sarcastic, but she can't. Ocasio-Cortez can't actually call her out on this. She can say, "Wait a minute, you're lying. There are no photos with my hair messed up in."
Oh shit!
Right. So she can't do that, which is the it's part of the art of what our friend does, is because people can't. The people that she writes these fucking comments to, like, yes, I agree, freedom is bad. This is the sort of stuff that our friend here tweets to people, and the other people just sort of go, It's like that meme where the person raises their finger and their mouth is open, and then they just close their mouth because they know they can't say shit. Not to a transgender, LGBT rights, Muslim woman of color. You just can't.
Oh, yeah, she's the proverbial trump card, pun intended.
Yeah, so, alright, I'm going to hit...
I'm going to trademark that, too. There you go.
Now, you folks may remember, or if you're paying attention to her Twitter feed, you know that on November 19th, 2018, after people had, complained about her suit, Again, I'm not sure. I think they were talking about the suit that was donated to her. I'm not really sure. I didn't pay too much attention to that. But then she reacted by tweeting, maybe instead of Republicans drooling over every minute of footage of me in slow-mo, drooling, huh? Ew. Waiting to chop up word slips that I correct in real time. Whoopsie. They actually step up enough to make the arguments they want to make, that they don't believe people deserve a right to health care.
Oh, and by the way, if you're going to be in the public forum, you know, a public figure, you're going to have a thicker skin than that.
Yep. You can't be like, well, I don't like what people say to me in debate, so I'm not going to have a debate anymore.
It's like, that's not how it works. You have to have a debate. You have to. Sorry.
Well, actually, think about it. She got elected without.
Yeah, I know, but if she wants to go into a higher office, she's eventually going to have to.
Yeah, she slipped in there. She basically
snaked
slipped
her way into that
She
shit.
slipped inside of this huge gap of apathy.
Yeah.
Of people and the voters in New York.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It is.
Rolling Stone has this article where it says Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will not log off. The Congresswoman-elect has been all over Instagram since arriving at Capitol Hill. By Linnea Emerson, I guess. Since winning her seat in Congress on November 6, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been using social media, particularly Instagram stories, to provide a detailed, comprehensive, and often humorous breakdown of her process for preparing to take office in January. Since Election Day, Ocasio-Cortez has been in the news almost daily for everything from joining environmental advocates in a sit-in outside Nancy Pelosi's office, which was quite funny because it was completely in vain because Nancy Pelosi was already on board with the thing that they wanted her to be on board with, to owning a coat. The majority of her recent posts, however, have been dedicated simply to explicating the steps she's taking in preparing to be sworn in rather than dealing with broader political questions.
Because she can't answer it.
She doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. I mean, if you don't know the three branches of government...
She thought she was going to be inaugurated.
Yeah, that's true.
Instead of sworn in, which sworn in is the correct thing. Yeah. She thought she was going to be inaugurated. She actually put that in a fucking video from what I've heard.
Right, and she
put
probably
it in a
deleted
goddamn
that
video
sense.
saying she was going to be inaugurated and then she was going to start signing bills on fucking healthcare and shit.
Yep.
You don't sign bills and you don't get inaugurated. Wow.
So the article continues, critics of Ocasio-Cortez have been eager to attack her lack of political experience, pointing it's not really that they're criticizing her lack of experience, it's lack of knowledge, just basic knowledge that, sixth graders know.
Yes.
Pointing to any mistake the moment one occurs. During a live stream with Justice Democrats on Sunday, Ocasio-Cortez misidentified the three branches of government, referring to them as the presidency, the Senate, and the House. Actually, she kind of fumbled around more than that, but that's ultimately what she said.
And if we work our butts off to make sure that we take back all three chambers of Congress, all three chambers of government, the presidency, the Senate, and the House in 2020.
Her words drew criticism from conservatives, including Sarah Palin, which is kind of funny because... this is a woman who just makes up words. Sarah Palin, who is widely mocked for her myriad flubs during her 2008 vice presidential run. Ocasio-Cortez responded to a comment on Twitter about the branches slip from an Ohio State representative, writing, quote, maybe instead of Republicans drooling over every minute of footage of me in slow-mo, that's wishful thinking on your part, waiting to chop up word slips that I correct in real time, they actually step up enough. Well, actually, you didn't correct yourself. You just sort of went from wrong to less wrong. You never got it right. Anyway, they actually step up enough to make the argument they want to make, that they don't believe people deserve a right to health care. Yeah, sure, that's what their argument is. Nice straw man there. Anyway, during her campaign, Ocasio-Cortez received similarly with intense scrutiny. She was criticized for referring to Israel's presence in the West Bank as an occupation, claiming that unemployment is low because everyone has two jobs. Remember that one? Holy shit, I forgot that one. She's like, yeah, unemployment's only low because everybody has two jobs. Like, you idiot, that's not how numbers... Oh, God. Somebody explain this to her. She actually fucking said that. And growing up in a house some considered to be too nice to align with her depiction of herself as working class.
Thank
Kind of like what
you,
you've been
that's what
saying
I
in this
said.
video. Yeah.
She's a liar.
Yeah. Now, let's take a look at this New York Post article. Now, if you folks don't know, the New York Post, it's a newspaper in New York City area. It's a newspaper, but it's almost like the Inquirer. It's sort of, they give you the news, but it's gossipy.
Yeah.
Sarah Palin slams Ocasio-Cortez for misidentifying government branches, which is really funny. Sarah Palin excoriated Representative... You sure she didn't refudiate? Sarah Palin refudiated Representative-elect Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for fumbling basic civics by misidentifying the three branches of government, even though the former Alaska governor has been ridiculed for her own series of political blunders. An article on Palin's website on Monday criticized Ocasio-Cortez, saying that she, quote, again proved that her transition into the political fray has been bumpy, to say the least, as she recently fumbled basic civics twice in one sentence, unquote. I mean, it's fair enough. I mean, you know, Sarah Palin, as wrong as she may have been in the past, she's correct about that much. In a 2008 interview when Republican Alaska governor was running for presidential candidate John McCain's vice president, she bungled defining the role of the second in command. So it's funny to watch people covered in mud throw mud at each other. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Quote, they're in charge of the U.S. Senate, so if they want to, they can really get in there with the senators and make a lot of good policy changes, unquote, Sarah Palin said at the time. Palin also failed in recalling American history when she was asked whether the phrase under God in the Pledge of Allegiance was offensive. Quote, if it was good enough for the Founding Fathers, it was good enough for me, unquote. Yeah, well, that was put in, I think, in the 50s. She said in a 2006 questionnaire for the Alaska gubernatorial race, the pledge wasn't written until 1892, and under God wasn't added until 1954 during the Red Scare. See, people were so paranoid about communists, godless communists, that they decided, you know what? Fuck America and the Constitution. Let's just violate that and put under God in there.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, you know, separation of church and state, you can't have a bunch of state institutions saying under God like that, you know, making kids say that in school. I think they still do. Or at least in some places. And sorry, folks, it's unconstitutional. And if you disagree, you're like, oh, you're a godless communist. Well, you're un-American.
Yeah.
Okay, so fuck you. Anyway, the article continues, even basic United States geography seemed hard for Palin to grasp. In two separate rallies in 2008, she claimed New Hampshire was part of the Great Northwest.
Doesn't get any dumber. Well, it does, but I'm amazed.
Yeah, I mean, it's who's dumber, Palin or Cortez? I don't know.
Cortez, apparently.
And Palin said, and that Afghanistan and the U.S. are neighboring countries? Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, woman.
Oh.
I'm ashamed.
Yeah, so there are idiots on both sides of the aisle.
Yes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
There's always morons in the deck.
Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm going to say, give me liberty or give me death. And thank you for womansplaining Tabitha.
I just ran my horse into a fucking tree. Get the fuck up! Sorry.
She means in a game, folks.
No, come back here!
Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.